Hi, this is Jake Richmond. What you're looking at here are boxes and boxes and boxes of Modest Medusa Season 1 books. They come in giant boxes. There are 45 boxes, and each box has like 36 books in it. And you know what? That's pretty amazing. They go all the way down the side of the conference room in our studio here. This is the studio I share with Barry and Wynn and several other cartoonists. In fact, let me walk you over. I'll show you my desk. This giant, messy desk is mine. You can see my work area. I'm going through and signing copies of books right here. I've got my little area where I paint Warhammer miniatures sometimes. I just got a copy of Jen Manley's new Dice Box book, and it's sitting right on top of my markers, so you can tell I'm not getting much done tonight. This is the giant pile of Modest Medusa pages that I've worked on. There's my computer with anime stickers all over it, and so on and so forth. Anyway, and this is the studio I share with other artists. Wynn, Alan, Barry, and so on and so forth. Getting back to the books. I wanted to give you guys a better look at the Season 1 book. So, here we go. As you know, it's a hardcover book. It's got a nice thick spine, and it's a nice heavy hardcover. The back it has lots of art. You know, you've seen some of this, including the warning. Alright. Now the inside has green end papers with these little Medusa characters on them. And there's 3. I've also been doing a lot of sketches. So when you get your book, it'll probably have a sketch that looks something like this, as well as my signature. Mara's been signing some of them. But, you know, it's 300 books and she gets tired really quickly. Anyway, nice simple title page. And then from the title page, we go directly into the comic. Now, you'll notice these are the original comics, but they're in color. They're in color for the very first time in this book. Eventually, the website will be updated as well. But if you want to see the first 15 strips in color, I recolored them for the book. Also, most of the strips have commentary. It's the strip title, the strip itself, and then commentary. Some of this commentary is from the website, and you've read it before, but a lot of it was brand new for this book. Like, for example, this strip doesn't have any commentary, but this one does. And so on and so forth. A lot of these older strips look much, much, much better in color, I think. They really come alive. Alright, now skipping to the back of the book. What we have here is the entire first season. That's 100 strips, complete with commentary. Including the Chainsaw Unicorn fight. And the very last strip. Alright. Then we have a bunch of bonus stuff that you've never seen here. Like a quarter of the book is brand new stuff that was created just for the book. Including a special story featuring the Chainsaw Unicorn with guest stars like Commissioner Gordon and Bunk Moreland from The Wire. There's also the Charles the Fish Scientist story. A story featuring the mermaids. And in fact, if you're wondering why the mermaids are acting the way they are in Season 2, it's actually explained here in this story. There's also a story featuring the snakes, which doesn't tell you much about the snakes, but is pretty funny. And a story, as promised, that features Medusa's mom, although, well, there's also a new 10-page story called Ghost Story, which was originally created for this book, but saw print on an online anthology. It's pretty cool, though. It's in full color. It's a different size, than the normal Modest Medusa strips, and it's the first appearance of the ghost character that we ended up seeing recently in season 2. And he'll be a reoccurring character, and this is where you learn about him and you learn why he knows Jake. Also, there's a multi-page interview. I thought it would be cool to do an interview for the book, but I didn't want it to just be me talking a bunch like, in this video. So I had a bunch of questions I wanted to ask my friends who were involved with the comic, and I had them each ask me a few questions. So the interview features myself, Charles, Mara, Ben, who does Dubious Company and did a fill-in comic for the book, Kevin, who does Wonderlost and did a fill-in comic, Ringo, who is my creative partner on several role-playing games like GXB and BXB and also did a fill-in comic, Lena, who did the Modest Medusa hats for us, Elaine, who works both on Dubious Company and Tales of a Gaijin, and again did a fill-in comic, Sydney and Maddox, who live downstairs from me and are kind of partially the inspiration for the Medusa herself, and well, that's actually everybody. Anyway, it's a nice long interview, and if you like that kind of stuff, there it is. There's also the epic thank you pages where I thank everybody, including everybody who contributed to the Kickstarter, and everybody who's ever posted on the Modest Medusa site, the Drunk Duck site, or the old Webcomics Nation site. Thank you all. Your names are in here. And that's the end of the book. It's 145 pages. It's hardcover. It's full color. If you buy it, I will sign it, and for a small additional charge, I will put a sketch in it. And of course, if you're involved in the Kickstarter, you know you're already getting a book with a sketch anyway. I think that's about it. I want you guys to know I'm working hard to put every single book in the mail. It's taking a little longer than I thought it would, but I'm not going to stop working until it's done. And I think that's it. Have a great evening, and I hope you check the book out. And I don't know how to turn this off. It's just there.